Hey team, hope everybody's doing well. We got a decent one here on USD yen, another analysis coming up. Now, it's a very good technical trade, but as you know, fundamentals are very much a factor in today's market. We have the Brexit situation going on. We have the US government shutdown. The US just announced that it's no longer going to talk again with China regarding trade agreements, and the equities market is falling as we speak. So there's a lot of things going on, which means one thing: low risk entries, and we're waiting for double, potentially even triple confirmations. So we're really simplifying things and we're really strengthening our patience. Okay, so now let's get to our USD yen analysis. We're going to start on the monthly as usual. Okay, USD yen starting on the monthly as usual. We're looking for area of sensitivity. First, we're looking for our zone. So here we see buy pressure. Here we see lower highs. We can identify our downtrend. We've identified our zones. So taking it to the monthly, what do we see? That's right, a higher time frame squeeze. So in simplification, buyers are entering the market at lower zone. Sellers are entering the market at every touch of its downtrend, meaning that there's continuous sell pressure in the market. But what the monthly is really telling me is that buyers have control. And why? Well, we have to go to flow. So here we have a push, exhaustion, push. And what we see is that price failed to make a complete exhaustion to its lower zone, telling me that there was an initial wave of buy sensitivity. Then we see that break of its downtrend to the upside. This is a significant move. This tells me that buyers have control. And what's after a push? That's right, an exhaustion, which explains this exhaustion with the strong pin bar at previous downtrend. So in simplicity, buyers took control. We see a push, exhaustion, potential continuational push to the upside. Now we're taking it to the week. Okay, we've taken it down to the weekly. Here's that monthly downtrend, and here's that monthly push to the upside, exhaustion before that continuational push. We identified our weekly zones. We see sell sensitivity, we see buy sensitivity, and this is a pin on the higher time frame. So now things are starting to make sense, aren't they? Right? Because before price even touched its upper zone, we knew that this was an area of sensitivity. So when price broke to the upside, we knew that price was likely going to begin exhaustion. And actually, Team FXG did have a previous signal short, and we did capitalize on that short. So exhaustion beginning at upper zone makes sense, and this strong buy sensitivity makes sense. Why? Because price is not only retesting its previous monthly downtrend, it's also retesting its lower zone, meaning that there's double reason for buyers to enter the market, hence the strong pin. So when we summarize what the monthly and what the weekly are telling us, is that we have a potential here for continuational push to the upside, or at least to its upper zone. So let's take it down another time frame. All right, we've taken it down to the daily. What are we trying to look for? That's right, our daily zones. So here I see sensitivity. I also see lower sensitivity, so we identified two zones on the daily. Okay, so we identified our daily zones. This is good news. Why? Because once we enter long on this pair, we know where area of sensitivity is, meaning we can take profits accordingly. All right, so we know that price is potentially going to make a continuational push to the upside. Do we enter now? The answer is no. Why? Because here we have a push, and what's after a push? That's right, an exhaustion. Winners enter at completion of exhaustion, and then we're going to go long. So to find proper entry, we have to take it down another time frame. All right, onto the 4 hour, same thing, looking for area of sensitivity. Clear zone. We see higher lows. I can identify our uptrend. So what do we see? Price was getting squeezed by its zone and its uptrend. Buyers to control as expected. This is a strong push. What are we waiting for? That's right, completion of exhaustion before entry to the upside. Now, I'm being extra cautious before entry. I'm waiting for price to actually break this uptrend to the downside and retest its zone before entry to the upside. Now, there's two things that are going to happen here. Price is either going to continue to its daily zone, then break to the downside, where then we're looking for entry, or it might break now and we're looking for entry. But either way, we're waiting for that break of the uptrend, regardless of where it is, for price to retest that zone before entry to the upside. Your signal is going to look like this. Again, wait for that touch to the zone, price action confirmation like a bullish engulfing candle close before entry to the upside. Now, what would make this trade invalid? If price continues and breaks its daily zone to the upside, this trade then becomes invalid and we readjust. We then look for entry to the upside at completion of exhaustion at daily zone. Okay, so what else would make this trade invalid? Very simple. If price breaks this zone to the downside, meaning it does not have the buy pressure it needs for that continuational push, this trade then also becomes invalid.